Hello, Baz at GotAUkulele.com with another instrument review for you. Occasionally instruments come my way for review on test that I really don't want to send back. I don't want to send this one back. This is a nice one. This is a new model for Kala. It's the Kala KA-SRT-CTG-CE. Yes, I read that off a sheet because I can't remember it. What a clumsy name. It's better known as the Kala Comfort Edge series cutaway tenor, and it really is quite a lovely thing apart from having a garbled name. What we've got is a fairly standard tenor shape instrument with this cutaway. They do one without a cutaway as well. This is called a Florentine cutaway. I think it's really rather pretty. It's all solid woods. We've got a solid cedar top with a lovely straight grain and an absolutely beautiful patterned solid rosewood back and sides. It really is quite pretty, and all finished in gloss, flawlessly finished. I can't see a mark on it, or any issues with joins or cracks or splits. Top quality craftsmanship. Comfort Edge. This is the Comfort Edge. It is basically, until recently, been more a preserve of high-end luthiers. And it's basically a beveled edge to the top edge here where the arm comes across for strumming, where it's kind of chamfered off. Really nicely done here by Kala. If you've ever played an instrument for a length of time and got one of those sort of ridge lines in your forearm here from the strumming arm, you'll know why the Comfort Edge would be something you may be interested in. And it does work. It's not a gimmick. The arm sits over the top of it, and it's soft. It's like you're holding a round instrument. All the other edges are sharp and normal, but this is the Comfort Edge. The colour of that Comfort Edge, this sort of deep orange brown colour, is basically the trim wood that's used in place on the bridge, on the sound hole, on the side of the neck, and around the body of the instrument. It's an African wood called Padauk. I've probably pronounced that wrong, P-A-D-A-U-K, but it is really rather pretty with a nice kind of dark grain in it. Everything about this instrument is rather pretty. The body, fairly standard, as I say, nice and tidy. Inside, we have the addition of a Kala brand active pickup system, EQ controls and tuner, and a jack socket down here on the base, powered by a couple of cell batteries. Regular readers of my site will know that I prefer passive pickups. It works. I'd really like to see a Kala with a good quality passive pickup. I would personally buy this without the pickup and probably have one fitted. That's just me. I understand why they do this. This allows someone to take it home and plug it in and just go. Personally, I run these through an EQ pedal, so it gets rid of some of the quack and the noise. I just don't like extra gimmicks and wiring in an instrument that I don't think is required if you've got a pedal. There we go. I'm being harsh. It's a pickup. A lot of people will like it for that fact. Hardwood neck in two pieces. We've got a joint down here at the heel, capped on the heel with the same Padauk wood. It's got a really nice neck profile, not overly chunky but fits my hand well. Nice neck width. Frets 19 in total, 14 to the body. Nice curved edge to the fingerboard here as it hits the sound hole. And as I say, the edges of that neck are trimmed with binding of the Padauk wood. The frets are really nicely finished, no sharp edges at all, assisted by that extra binding, I guess. We've got position markers facing out in small perloid dots, thankfully the same on the side as well. Plastic nut and saddle as far as I can tell. I think I'd like those to be bone or tusk or something like that, or Corian, but there we are. Fairly standard Kala shaped crown headstock. Kala logo is in perloid inlay, very nice behind the gloss, and it just gets better. We turn over, we have open geared tuners with nice vintage style buttons, the sort you'd see on sort of certain old guitars, and they are stamped Grover. I mean, these are essentially the same tuners I have on my Canalea tenor, high-end stuff. They work really well, finished in gold. I was really pleased to see that. Whole thing comes in at about £380. which is high-end pricing for a Kala, unless you go to their Elite series. But for their Chinese, Far Eastern series like this is, that's high-end. It's getting you up to the starter prices for the likes of Pono and Melee. You wouldn't get this sort of trim in a Pono for that sort of money. You'd pay an awful lot more money. And the trim really is nice on this. I like everything about it, really. It's pretty. I don't do a lot of bling, and it's bound and it's got bling and it's got gloss, but I think it looks classy. It looks like a really nice quality acoustic guitar finish. I love the rosewood stripe. I mean, look at the back. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's a few instruments around that do this on the back, but it's laminate. This is solid rosewood. This is nice. There we go, 380 quid, serious instrument, but actually in the big scheme of things, probably mid-range in ukulele worlds, and probably going to be of interest to a lot of people looking to step up to get what is perhaps their first serious ukulele. All of that would mean nothing if it didn't play very well. Incidentally strung with Aquila lava strings that I would change, but that's just me, so I don't tend to talk about strings too much. That cedar top gives it a warmth. The rosewood kind of balances it off, but it is a lot brighter than I thought it was. Really what I like about it most is the clarity across the strings, you know. A lot of cheaper tenors, any ukulele really, when they're strummed like that, they kind of get very muddy, and you just kind of get this bark that comes out. That's fine with the soprano. With the tenor, I want to hear the different strings. I'm hearing all the strings on this, and that's a real positive. It's a good thing. It shows it's a decent build. I like it a lot. It's a mix of warm and bright. It's got nice top end. The top end really comes through when it's picked. Tune a bit, sorry. It's really good. I could play this all day. Yeah, it's probably one of those instruments people look at and say, how much? But you know, the days of people thinking that everything should be 20 quid really need to be behind us. It's not overly expensive for a musical instrument at the end of the day. But for one that's looking so sort of nice, classy, well finished as this one, I don't think 380 quid is a huge amount of money for an instrument, if you're serious about it. Kala Comfort Edge Series Tenor with a cutaway, also known as the KA-SRT-CTG-CE. Yes, I'm reading it again. Comfort Edge Tenor. Highly recommended from GotAUkulele. Been a delight to actually play and test this one. I think it's a beautiful thing. Keep an eye on GotAUkulele.com. More instrument reviews, bits and pieces, rants and raves coming very soon.